Hello students, this is the flipped lesson for Storytown Lesson 4 Vocabulary. To participate in this lesson, you will need your Lesson 4 vocabulary sheet, check Edmodo if you lost yours. You'll also need a pen or a pencil, and optionally, you might want to have a highlighter. The directions are to watch and listen to this presentation on your own. Feel free to pause and go back as needed. Then, write the definition or meaning of each word. Finally, write a brief response to each question that goes along with the vocabulary word. Are you ready to get started? Let's begin. The first word is astonish. The word astonish is a verb or action word in a sentence. You might see this word written in a few other ways. Astonished and astonishing can be forms of the verb, but they can also be adjectives. Additionally, you might sometimes see the word astonishment, which is a noun. The meaning of astonish is greatly surprised or experiencing a sense of wonder. If I wanted to use this word in a sentence, I might say, to our teacher's astonishment, the whole class spelled every word correctly on the test. How might we know that someone is astonished? Think about it and write your answer on your vocab sheet. Our next word is fumble. In the stories this week, this word is used as a verb. The meaning is to handle something clumsily or perhaps even drop it. If I were going to use this word in a sentence, I might say, after my fumble during the game, I was embarrassed by my mistake. In which sport do players sometimes fumble the ball? Write your response to this question on your vocab sheet. The next word is intense. Intense is used as an adjective or a describing word when you write it in a sentence. The meaning of intense is a great strength or degree. So, if I were going to use this word in a sentence, I could say, the baseball game was intense because the score was tied near the end. What would an intense pain feel like? Write your response to this question on your vocab sheet. The next word is lunge. Lunge is used as a verb in a sentence. The meaning of the word lunge is move suddenly and clumsily. If I were going to use this word in a sentence, I might say, when the barking dog lunged at Peter, he jumped back. Why might someone lunge for an object? Think about it and write your response on your vocab sheet. Next, let's look at the word luxury. Luxury is a noun, which is a person, place, thing, or idea. If we wanted to say this word in its adjective form, we would say luxurious. The meaning of luxury is a pleasure or item that is not often experienced because it is too costly. If I were going to use the word luxury in a sentence, I could say, on Saturdays, I have the luxury of being able to sleep late. What is a luxury for some people? Write your answer on your vocab sheet. Next, we have the word propel. Propel is used as a verb in a sentence, which means it's an action word. Propel means to cause something to move in a certain direction. For example, I could say, I will use the motor to propel my boat across the lake. How do soccer players propel the ball? Write your response to this question on your vocab sheet. The next word is remedy. This is a noun or a verb, depending on how you use it in the sentence. The meaning of the word remedy is something that is used to cure an illness, stop a pain, or fix a problem. So, you could say, 2 remedies for the flu are rest and fluids. What is a remedy for a bad cold? Write your answer on your vocab sheet. The final word this week is triumphant. Triumphant is an adjective, which means it's a describing word. The meaning of triumphant is feeling happiness because you have achieved a goal or a victory. In a sentence, we can use the word triumphant like this. Kelly had a triumphant moment when she won the race. What might a triumphant athlete do with her arms? Think about your answer and then write it on your vocab sheet. Now that you've completed the words for this week, let's look at what's next. First, you can go back to review any words you do not understand. Please highlight or circle any words you still have questions about, and we will discuss them in class. Next time that we work with these words, please be ready to play a review game in class using these words. Also, you will read and understand stories that use these vocabulary words in them. Finally, at the end of the week, you will use each word in an original sentence, and this will be your end of the week quiz. Thanks for listening to this week's lesson, and see you next time.